Louise here at Bowman Library and our teen section with a whole new teen book spotlight. So for this week, we are taking a look at the mystery genre. And what I love about the mystery genre, just like how we talked about a couple weeks ago with science fiction, there are so many different types of mysteries. I think, sometimes we hear the word mystery and we think of like the classic murder mystery or something like that. That's not what mysteries just have to be. And there can be mysteries that overlap with so many different genres as well. So we're going to take a look at 6 titles, each a little bit different and bring a different theme, feel, look to the mystery genre. So let's get started. Our first one is The Arsonist. So this book can get a little complicated because there are 3 stories, 3 points of view, all rolled into one, but they do add up to one suspenseful mystery. So 17-year-old Molly's mother disappeared 5 years ago. Everyone thinks she's committed suicide, but Molly doesn't believe them. She thinks her mother couldn't handle the fact that her husband and Molly's father murdered 6 people by burning a house down with them in it, and now he's on death row. Now, living with her aunt, she establishes this weird and unlikely friendship with Pepper, an immigrant from Kuwait, and as they search to find out what really happened, not only Molly's mother, but they come across this journal by this girl named Ava Dryman, and they want to kind of find out what happened to her, because in this journal, it was written while she was being kept prisoner in East Berlin over 30 years before the present time. And Molly and Pepper want to find her murderer because she was killed in that prison. So told through Molly's, Pepper's points of view, and Ava's journal, you'll be on this amazing journey right alongside the main characters. This is The Arsonist. All eyes on her. And I will tell you this, I've recently read this one. It is so good. So Tabby and her boyfriend Mark go for a hike in the woods one August day, and the next morning only Tabby emerges from the woods with this story that Mark fell to his death. As the police and others start to investigate and they ask her for this story, they come across Mark's dead body. Holes start to appear in what she tells them, and everyone starts to take sides. Did Mark honestly slip and fall, or was he pushed to his death and murdered? People make their opinions very quickly, and then they make them known. You as the reader will be trying to figure out what really happened as you progress through the story, which is told through a variety of viewpoints, as well as extras, including newspaper articles, text messages, police interviews, journal entries. Because you as the reader, you don't know what actually happened either. This psychological mystery thriller will keep you on the edge of your seat through this crazy and twisting ride. This is all eyes on her. The Disappearances. So it is 1942 and things are falling apart for Ayla and her younger brother. Their father has just been drafted and shipped off to World War II, and their mother recently died, leaving them to leave their home and move in with some family friends in a completely different town. When they get to the town of Sterling, things do not quite seem right, and while their new family welcomes them, everyone else in the town wants nothing to do with them. Isla soon learns that every 7 years, something disappears from the people living in Sterling, such as the ability to smell or see color or even reflections. Many people in the town think it was Isla's mother's fault because it all started when she was born. And so far, she has been the only one who's been able to leave this town and regain everything that she has lost. With the day approaching for the next round of disappearances, Ayla decides she wants to figure out what is happening and end it once and for all in order to save her family's name. Filled with some fantasy, historical fiction, there's romance. This mystery has a little bit of everything. The Disappearances. Loki, where mischief lies. So if you love the Marvel Universe, then this is a must read. So this takes the look at the origin story for the villain Loki, but we'll make you see him through a different light. So growing up, he was always trying to prove himself to his father Odin while always competing against his brother Thor. When Odin sees a prophecy of Loki leading an army against Asgard, he decides he needs to stop Loki from learning magic, and he banishes Amara, the sorceress who is training Loki. He sends her to Earth. Years later, mysterious deaths start to happen in London, and it seems as though magic is the main weapon. Loki is sent down there to figure out what is actually happening, but he actually, as well as trying to figure out this whole mystery, he ends up trying to solve the mystery of who he is as well. This is Loki where mischief lies. The Ruinous Sweep. So Donovan, also known as Turn, is laying unconscious in a hospital bed after being involved in a hit and run. But the police really actually suspect him of killing his father right before this accident occurred. Turn's girlfriend, B, does not believe that Turn could have committed this crime. And with Turn unable to speak for himself, B decides it's going to be up to her to clear his name. You as the reader will be able to know what B is doing, as well as what is going on in Turn's subconsciousness as he tries to answer questions and share his side as he hears people talking around him and talking about him. If you like your mysteries with some drama, a little bit of some magical realism and suspense, then this is one that you would enjoy, The Ruinous Sweep. And our last one is 5 Midnight. So when Lupe goes to Puerto Rico to spend the summer with her family there, she soon becomes wrapped up in her police chief uncle's murder/missing persons investigation. Because there have been 2 murders and there are 3 people missing. One of the people missing is her cousin Izzy. Joining forces with Javier, a friend to all 5 of the people impacted by this crime, they soon start to piece together what joins all of these people. So there's this weird fact that they were all born within the same 2-week span, and that they are also part of this group they've made, calling themselves Los Conqueros, and they will soon be faced with the possibility that there is something going on that no one can see. There may be some supernatural mythological forces at play, and there may be no solution. If you like your mystery with some supernatural elements, then this has what you are looking for. This is 5 Midnights. So these are just 6 of the mysteries that we have here at Bowman Library in our teen section, but we have way more. So we encourage you to come on out. You can either check out one of the 6 we talked about, or we are here to help you find whatever perfect mystery it is that is going to keep you on the edge of your seat in reading way past you're supposed to go to bed. So feel free to come out and we will help you find what you're looking for. I hope you tune back next week. We'll have a whole new teen book spotlight, and have a great week.